Hello and a very warm welcome to Science Monitor, your weekly update on what is happening in and around the country in the field of science, technology, research and innovation to change the S&T landscape of the country. I am Smriti Rastogi. From the winners of the National Awards for Science and Technology Communication to the role of Purple Revolution in empowering rural women, we have plenty in store for you. But first, let's begin with the headlines. Prime Minister once again emphasizes technology-enabled development while addressing a webinar in the series of post-budget webinars. Says technology is the mainstay of making the country self-reliant and empowering citizens. National Awards for Science and Technology Communication for the year 2021 presented to the winners. Avasar Awards were also distributed on the occasion of National Science Day. Purple Revolution in Jammu is also empowering rural women. On the occasion of International Women's Day on 8th of March, we bring you a special report on the women engaged in lavender cultivation. And Wonders of Innovation program organized at the Central University of Haryana. The university's Centre for Innovation and Incubation is contributing to the government's Skill India mission. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has once again emphasized the importance of science and technology for ease of living. While addressing a post-budget webinar on technology-enabled development, the Prime Minister stated that for the government, science and technology is not an isolated sector. Rather, it is a medium to empower people and the mainstay of making the country self-reliant. The Prime Minister added that the same vision is reflected in this year's budget as well. Here's the report.
The Government of India has adopted a technology-based visionary thinking model for the future. This thinking is reflected in various government schemes like Digital India, Make in India, innovation and the emphasis on startups. Keeping this in mind, the focus of the Union budget is on issues like a digital economy, auction of 5G spectrum and support given to startups, among other things. On March the 2nd, Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the 7th webinar on technology-enabled development as part of a series of webinars being organized post-budget. The webinar saw the participation of people associated with science ministries, departments and organizations. In his address, the Prime Minister said that technology is a medium for the empowerment of the countrymen and also the mainstay of making the country self-reliant.
आपने देखा होगा इस बार बजट में साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी से जुड़े जो निर्णय हुए हैं, ये सारे निर्णय वाकई बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। बजट की घोषणाओं का इम्प्लीमेंटेशन भी उतनी ही तेजी से हो, ये वेबिनार इस दिशा में एक कोलैबोरेटिव एफर्ट है। हमारे लिए टेक्नोलॉजी देश के सामान्य से सामान्य नागरिक को एम्पावर करने का एक सशक्त माध्यम है। हमारे लिए टेक्नोलॉजी देश को आत्मनिर्भर बनाने का प्रमुख आधार है।
Over the years, there has been an increased emphasis on figuring out how technology can be used to make life easier. This science and technology thought process was clearly visible during the COVID pandemic. The country's scientific organizations rapidly developed technologies and made them accessible to the common people. An example of this is the development of Indigenous Vaccines, which highlights the country's self-reliance and scientific potential.
साथियों, कोविड के समय हमारी सेल्फ सस्टेनेबिलिटी से लेकर वैक्सीन प्रोडक्शन तक हमारी रिलायबिलिटी को दुनिया ने देखा है। इसी सक्सेस को हमें हर सेक्टर में रिप्लिकेट करना है। इसमें हमारी इंडस्ट्री की, आप सबकी बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है। देश में एक रोबस्ट डेटा सिक्योरिटी फ्रेमवर्क भी बहुत जरूरी है। डेटा का ज्यादा से ज्यादा लाभ उठाने के लिए डेटा गवर्नेंस भी आवश्यक है। ऐसे में इसके स्टैंडर्ड्स और नॉर्म्स भी हमें सेट करने होंगे।
Science and technology has always been the cornerstone of nation building and the delivery of public services, and it is now being increasingly promoted with a vision of working together. The post-budget webinars are a part of this effort. In his address, the Prime Minister said that in the light of emerging new global systems, it was important for us as a nation to move forward with a focus on self-reliance.
साइंस के सिद्धांतों से हम परिचित हैं, लेकिन टेक्नोलॉजी का उसका ज्यादा से ज्यादा इस्तेमाल ईज ऑफ लिविंग इसके लिए कैसे करें, हमें इस पर भी जोर देना होगा। आज हम तेजी से घरों का निर्माण कर रहे हैं। रेल, रोड, एयरवे, वाटरवे और ऑप्टिकल फाइबर भी अभूतपूर्व निवेश हो रहा है। इसमें और गति लाने के लिए पीएम गति शक्ति के विजन के साथ हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। इस विजन को टेक्नोलॉजी से निरंतर कैसे मदद मिल सकती है, इस पर हमें काम करना होगा।
New developments happen constantly in the field of technology globally. Around the world, sectors such as artificial intelligence, geospatial systems, drones, semiconductors, space technology, genomics, pharmaceuticals and 5G are flourishing. India too will have to move forward with full force in this direction. For this, the Prime Minister has called upon all stakeholders to give suggestions and ideas in these areas of development.
On the occasion of National Science Day, the National Awards for Science and Technology Communication were given along with the Avsar Awards for the year 2021. The day also saw the conclusion of nationwide Science Week, Vigyan Sarvatra Pujyate, at the function held at Vigyan Bhavan. Here is a report on the program.
On the occasion of National Science Day on the 28th of February, a grand function was organized at the Vigyan Bhavan Auditorium in New Delhi. The function also saw the conclusion of the nationwide Science Week, Vigyan Sarvatra Pujyate, which was successfully organized across the country from February 22nd to February 28th. The Union Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, and officials from various ministries, scientific organizations and departments graced the occasion. As per the ongoing tradition of National Science Day, the National Awards for Science and Technology Communication and Augmenting Writing Skills for Articulating Research, that is, Avsar Awards, were presented to the winners in various categories for the year 2021. The awards are given by the National Council for Science and Technology Communication of the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India.
At the outset, I have to perform the pleasant task of congratulating all the recipients of the awards. And I'm sure when we announce that we are distributing national awards to eminent scientists, all of you would contribute in enhancing the glory of these awards through all that you have been doing in the past, and also that you will continue to contribute in future.
The National Awards recognizing outstanding contributions to science and technology communication through various mediums were given in several categories. The National Award for Outstanding Efforts in Science and Technology Communication in general, that is in Category A, was presented to the P.N. Panikkar Foundation, Thiruvananthapuram. Professor Dr. Ramesh Chandra Parida of Bhubaneswar and Dr. H.K. Chopra of Delhi were honoured with the National Award in Category B for their outstanding efforts in science and technology communication through the print media, including books and magazines. National Award in Category C, that is, for outstanding efforts in science and technology popularization among children, was given to Dr. Mrs. Naresh Yadav of Gurugram and Shri Vijay Kumar Chandrakant Verenkar of Goa. The National Award in Category E, that is, for outstanding efforts in science and technology communication through innovative and traditional methods, went to Dr. Vikas Mishra of Kanpur and Dr. Suman Moore of Punjab University, Chandigarh.
पिछले 2-3 सालों से हम कुछ काम कर रहे थे, खासकर कोरोना के टाइम, पेंडेमिक के टाइम पे हम अपनी कॉमिक सीरीज़ लेकर आए थे, किड्स वायु एंड कोरोना। मार्च 2020 में पहली जो सीरीज़ है वो रिलीज़ हुई थी। मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ हेल्थ एंड फैमिली वेलफेयर ने उसको अडॉप्ट किया और उसके बाद हम 6 सीरीज़ लेकर आए जो डिफरेंट प्लेटफॉर्म पे हमने अवेलेबल कराई, फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट अवेलेबल कराई। और बड़ा गर्व महसूस हो रहा है कि आज हमें एक अवार्ड मिला है। इससे हमें काफ़ी मोटिवेशन भी मिलेगी और हम अच्छा बेहतर करें आने वाले टाइम में।
In Category E, the National Association for Voluntary Initiative and Cooperation, or NAVIC, of Varanasi, and Dr. Santosh Kumar Singh of Banaras Hindu University were also awarded the National Award for Science and Technology Communication 2021.
हमारी संस्था है नाविक, नेशनल एसोसिएशन फॉर वॉलंटरी इनिशिएटिव एंड कोऑपरेशन। ये बेसिकली जो हमारे धरोहर हैं, जैसे नीम है, तो नीम के माध्यम से मैंने सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट किया, सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप बनाया और तमाम महिलाओं को इसमें लगाया नीम सीड कलेक्ट करने के लिए।
ग्रामीण छात्रों को, शिक्षकों को, किसानों को के बीच में जा कर के उनको वैज्ञानिक जागरूकता का प्रचार प्रसार करते हैं, उनके अंदर वैज्ञानिक सोच विकसित करते हैं। इस कार्य को करने के लिए हमको आज विज्ञान एवं प्रौद्योगिकी मंत्रालय ने इस पुरस्कार से सम्मानित किया है।
The award in Category F, that is, the National Award for Outstanding Efforts in Science and Technology Communication in the Electronic Medium, has been given to Jalaluddin Baba of Kashmir and Dr. Rajendra Kumar Dhamija, a professor from New Delhi.
As far as my career in science communication is concerned, so there are more responsibility, there are more issues now I will have to tackle, because getting a national award itself means you have been, chosen for a different role now, at a national level, at a local level, at an international level. So it's a great honor, no doubt about it, always to have a national award at this kind of like the level. That's really, really a wonderful, wonderful stuff in your life.
Under Augmenting Writing Skills for Articulating Research, or Avsar Awards 2021, Dr. Pragya Parimita Rath of Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi, was awarded for Outstanding Story in Postdoctoral Fellow, or PDF category. The first prize in PhD category was presented to Ajay Chandrakant Lagashetty of Agharkar Research Institute, Pune. The second prize in PhD category was given to research scholar Anup Singh of the Department of Zoology, University of Delhi. And the third prize in PhD category was awarded to Diksha Pandey, a research scholar from Delhi University's South Campus. Apart from these, Avsar Awards for Best Stories have also been given to more than 100 research scholars in both categories.
The S&T organizations under the Government of India run several projects that aim to empower women. One such project is proving to be CSIR's Aroma mission, which has made the women of the Jammu region self-reliant by introducing them to lavender cultivation. On the occasion of International Women's Day, we present a special report on the role of the Purple Revolution in empowering rural women.
Women today are proving their might in every field as more of them get educated. But this improvement has been very slow and backward in rural areas of the country. Social benefit schemes run by the science ministries, organizations and departments of the Government of India are especially working towards empowering women of rural areas. For example, seaweed cultivation being carried out by self-help groups in the coastal regions of India has employed women from the weaker sections. Similarly, the Aroma mission of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research has brought about a positive change in the social life in inaccessible, hilly areas of Jammu. The Purple Revolution in the Bhadarwa region of Jammu has made the women here self-reliant. Along with men, women are also increasingly getting involved in lavender cultivation. The region's women are involved in learning the tricks of lavender cultivation from the scientists of CSIR, Indian Institute of Integrative Medicine in Jammu. Women are now actively engaged in cultivating lavender from its planting to its harvesting.
ट्रिपल आइम का हम दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहते हैं और हमें यहाँ पे रोज़गार भी मिला है। इनकी वजह से हमें रोज़गार मिला है। महिलाएं कभी बाहर नहीं निकलती थी, तो इनकी वजह से हम बाहर भी निकलते हैं, थोड़ा पता भी चलता है हमें। और हम ये खेती कर रहे हैं, हमारी आमदनी भी चलती है, ठीक है।
Savita Devi is a resident of a remote hilly village in the Bhadarwa area. She began growing and cultivating lavender to assist her husband financially. And today, fragrant purple flowers bloom all around her house. Savita's success in lavender cultivation has also led to her husband joining this business, and the money she brings home has empowered Savita.
हो गया 7-8 साल शुरुआत की हुई इसको। पहले हम मक्की लगाते थे, मक्की में कोई फ़ायदा नहीं हमें, फिर हमने लवेंडर ये पौधे दिए, तो फिर धीरे धीरे हमें फ़ायदा होने लगा इनसे।
Today, Savita's family earns between 1.5 and 2 lakh rupees annually through lavender cultivation alone.
मतलब कि हमने पहले इनकी गुड़ाई की है ना, फिर हमने इनको काटा, फिर हमने तेल निकाला इसका, फिर बेचा तेल, तो 1.5 लाख का तेल दिया हमने इस साल।
Seeing and hearing each other's success stories is a source of pride and excitement for these women. They plant lavender plants not only in their fields but also on the land around their homes. Lavender farming has also created employment opportunities for other women, which has in turn increased their self-confidence.
मैं IIIM जम्मू के साथ साथ अभी जुड़ी हूँ, और मैंने ये फूल इधर उधर लेवेंडर को लगाते हुए देखा, तो मेरा भी मन किया कि मैं भी इसके साथ जुड़ूं और इसको कहीं आगे पहुंचा दूं, अपनी बहनों को समझा दूं। कम से कम अभी 400 लोग जो किसान हैं वो इस लेवेंडर को लगा के अपना फ़ायदा उठा रहे हैं, और सभी किसानों से मेरी अपील यही है कि और ज़्यादा इस लेवेंडर की तरफ जाएं और अपनी खेती बाड़ी में भी जुटे रहें और इसको भी अपना साथ साथ में काम करना शुरू करें।
अब देखो ना, जैसे हम अपने पतियों पे डिपेंड थे, ठीक है, तो अब हम अपने घर का मतलब खुद खर्चा उठा सकते हैं, तो वैसे हमें डबल फ़ायदा है। अपने बच्चों को अच्छी तालीम दे सकते हैं, फिर घर में भी जिस चीज़ की कमी है वो भी हम पूरा कर सकते हैं।
Scientific interventions like the Aroma Mission of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research under the Ministry of Science and Technology have transformed the Bhadarwa area into the Purple Valley. And the women of the region have played an equal part in the success of the mission, the prosperity of their families, and the empowerment of their own self.
The Central University of Haryana, Mahendragarh, celebrated its 13th Foundation Day on 25th of February. On this day, the university's Center for Innovation and Incubation also organized an exhibition of novel ideas under the theme Wonders of Innovation to mark the celebration of National Science Day. This endeavor was aimed at attracting the younger generation towards science and technology. Here is a report.
All the institutions across the country are working towards fulfilling the Government of India's aim of creating a self-reliant and skilled nation. For this, they promote science communication among the masses while also promoting indigenous innovations. The Centre for Innovation and Incubation at the Central University of Haryana in Mahendragarh promotes scientific thinking among the younger generation. Keeping in view the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav and the National Science Day celebrations, the university organized the Wonders of Innovation event on the occasion of its 13th Foundation Day. The program saw the participation of various schools, colleges and universities of Haryana presenting their project models.
साइंस डे को देखते हुए हमने ये इनोवेशन और इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर की तरफ से हमने सारे जो विद्यालय हैं हमारे आसपास के या महाविद्यालय हैं वहाँ के बच्चों को बुलाया। उनको जो आइडिया कोई नया जनरेट वो करते हैं, जो नया उनके दिमाग में आता है वो किसी तरह वो प्रदर्शित कर सकें। जब जैसे मॉडल बनाने की प्रथा चली है, तो हमें जो इस इनोवेशन इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर में जो उनको किसी तरह से जोड़ना चाहते हैं कि कोई नई चीज़ जो इनोवेट करके वो समाज को दे सकते हैं क्या कोई हमारी जो प्रॉब्लम है क्या उसको हम सॉल्व कर सकते हैं क्या?
The centre, functional at the Central University of Haryana, selects projects prepared by youth and supports them to convert these ideas into big projects. The Innovation Fair held as part of the university's 13th Foundation Day.
मेंटरशिप हम बहुत अच्छा दे सकते हैं इन बच्चों को। तो मेंटरशिप जब हम देते हैं तो वो कोई मॉडल बना लेते हैं हमारे हेल्प से। और जब मॉडल बना लेते हैं, अगर वो बहुत कामयाब होता है, इनोवेटिव लगता है हमें, तो हम उसका फिर इंक्यूबेशन विंग में उसका प्रोटोटाइप बनाना चाहते हैं, ताकि वो बच्चा जो है वो प्रोटोटाइप जब बना ले तो हम एक लाइसेंसिंग करा सकें किसी इंडस्ट्री के साथ या फैक्ट्री के साथ, सो दैट वो कमर्शलाइजेशन हो उसकी। तो ये सारी सोच है सेंटर के पीछे।
Children and young researchers who attended the Wonders of Innovation event also brought forth various ideas, including an award-winning project developed at the Incubation Center. The Indian innovative ideas included an environment-friendly air car and innovative projects like solar-powered wheelchair and an automatic mask detection door.
यहाँ पे जो हमारे स्कूल लेवल के बाल कलाकार हैं, हमारे यूनिवर्सिटी लेवल के जो और कॉलेज लेवल के युवा जो हमारे पास नवप्रवर्तक हैं, इनोवेटर हैं, उन्होंने अपने वैज्ञानिक सोच से इस तरह के प्रोजेक्ट तैयार किए हैं। मैं ये श्योर कह सकता हूँ कि आने वाले दिनों में जो हमारे देश का भविष्य है वो इन बाल वैज्ञानिकों में, हमारे युवा वैज्ञानिकों के कुशल नेतृत्व में, जो हमारे देश में तरह तरह की जो टेक्नोलॉजी जिस प्रकार से हमें बाहर देश से जो खरीदनी पड़ती है उसकी शायद समस्या हमारे पास ना आए।
Apart from the usual science projects, school children had prepared projects keeping in view the COVID pandemic. These included sanitization plants, air purifiers, environment-friendly ventilation and oxygen equipment. Along with this, ways to use junk in a better and more scientific manner were also showcased under the theme Best Out of Waste.
देश भर में साइंस वीक मनाया जा रहा है और उसी के तहत आज सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी हरियाणा जो महेंद्रगढ़ में है उसमें आज काफ़ी बच्चों ने अपने इनोवेटिव मॉडल प्रस्तुत किए हैं और वो काफ़ी काबिल तारीफ़ हैं और उन्होंने जो देश के समक्ष जो समस्याएं चल रही हैं उनको एक समाधान देने की कोशिश की है। आप ये देख सकते हैं कि हमारे बहुत सारे इस तरह से मॉडल हैं इस इनोवेशन सेंटर में जो यूनिवर्सिटी द्वारा बनाया गया है और यहाँ पर भी हर आयु वर्ग, चाहे वो स्कूल के बच्चे हों, कॉलेज गोइंग स्टूडेंट हो, लैब्स में जो काम कर रहे हैं, चाहे वो रिसर्च लेवल पर हो या इनोवेशन के लेवल पर बच्चों द्वारा मॉडल हो, वो सभी प्रदर्शित किए गए हैं और व्याख्यान भी किए जा रहे हैं।
Such centers are working to create the scientists of tomorrow as the country looks to make significant advances in the field of science and technology in the future. Exhibitions like the Wonders of Innovation also bring forth new ideas, and a sense of healthy competition can help create indigenous scientific solutions in every field.
And now let's have a quick look at some other developments that have made news in the field of science and technology in our segment Science Express.
On the occasion of National Science Day, the Union Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, inaugurated the world's latest state-of-the-art transmission electron microscopy facility at Jamia Hamdard, New Delhi. The facility, funded by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, will enable Indian researchers to be at the forefront of various research. It should be noted that the Government of India's Department of Science and Technology is supporting this institute to improve its science and technology infrastructure as well as research capacity through schemes like DST FIST, DST PERS and DST CSRI. Speaking on the occasion, the Union Minister stated that the pandemic has taught us the virtues of holistic healthcare and stressed upon institutionalizing an integrated medicinal approach for adequate treatment and prevention of various diseases. Researchers from CSIR Central Drug Research Institute, Lucknow, have developed a drug named Picroliv against non-alcoholic fatty liver disease from the extract of the kutki or Picorrhiza koroa. Researchers say that this drug, developed from a natural resource, can reduce the amount of the fat in the liver and its subsequent complications. NAFLD, or non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, is believed to be responsible for conditions like liver cirrhosis and liver cancer, and its patients are increasing worldwide. CSIR-CDRI has developed this drug under the phytopharmaceutical mode of the Drug Controller General of India and has got the approval for Phase 3 clinical trials. The trial will be conducted at 6 hospitals at AIIMS Delhi, ILBS Delhi, PGI MER Chandigarh, KEM Mumbai, NIMS Hyderabad and KGMU Lucknow in collaboration with ICMR New Delhi. This drug can provide a perfect indigenous solution against this serious disease. Researchers from the Bengaluru-based Indian Institute of Science have collaborated to develop a mathematical model to predict the efficacy of COVID-19 vaccines. The model, developed by the Queensland Brain Institute, Australia, in collaboration with Indian researchers, can predict how antibodies generated by COVID-19 vaccines will provide protection against symptomatic infection. The results of this research have recently been published in the journal Nature Computational Science. The study analyzed over 80 different neutralizing antibodies that were generated after vaccination against the surface spike protein of SARS-CoV-2. Based on this study, the research team developed a mathematical model that was able to predict the efficacy level of the vaccine. Predicting the effectiveness of vaccines has been a difficult task as it involves complex and interconnected processes. The new mathematical model will now make it easier to understand this complex process. A team of astronomers has discovered a new type of binary star system that has never been seen before. This discovery might answer unresolved questions related to the evolution of stars. The research team, led by Kevin Stassen, a member of the Evolutionary Studies Initiative and a professor of physics and astronomy at the Stevenson University, created a new model in 2017 that significantly improved the way stars are measured. This model helps predict the types of planets orbiting distant stars called exoplanets. Using the same model, the researchers spotted the new binary star system, which is actually 2 stars orbiting each other. Binary star systems are not uncommon in the universe, but an unusual feature of these stars is their orientation. When viewed from Earth, the stars eclipse each other. Another unique feature involves the presence of 2 rare types of stellar pulsating behavior, as one of the stars in the new binary system exhibits a hybrid of both. And on top of it, the unique star also has a strong magnetic field, which is decidedly uncommon for a hybrid pulsating star.
And that's all we have for you in today's edition of Science Monitor. Keep sending your feedback and suggestions through email. Our email ID is indiascience@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar, A50, Sector 62, Noida 201309, Uttar Pradesh. So we'll take your leave now. See you again next week. Till then, stay safe and think scientifically.